All right, the final component of the basic product catalog set is to set up our discount lists. It's important to note that discount lists are not required, but they can be used to configure discounts according to volume of products purchased, or a lot of times what we might think of as being price breaks. Once configured, a discount list can be associated with a price list item. Since an organization can use many different types of price lists, as we learned, there are many different pricing scenarios that can be accommodated. Within a price list, a discount can only be applied for a price list item for quantities in specified ranges. For example, here we have product A. In product A in a standard price list that sells for $100, we could design a discount list that specifies the following. The customer will get a 5% discount if the quantity purchased is in the range of 101 to 500. They might receive a 7% discount if the quantity purchase ranges within 501 to 5,000. And finally, they could potentially receive a 15% discount if the quantity purchase is greater than 5,000 units. Now, what if you have multiple discount lists? Which one should you use on the price lists? Well, the answer is, it depends on how many discount lists you have. If you have more than one, and you want to use those on your price list items, and you legitimately want to use all of those discount lists, it would be necessary to add multiple price list items for each of the different discount lists you want to leverage. Now, as an organization, as you're establishing your overall product catalog and you plan to use different discount lists, the best thing you can do is document ahead of time before you start doing the configurations of multiple price lists, multiple currencies, the multiple products, and of course, multiple discount lists. As you can see, it can get very large. And while it is possible to go back and change it later, it's very easy to get lost in the full configuration process. So if you're going to use multiple discount lists, be sure to document it out on a whiteboard or sheet of paper on how discount lists will be applied to the different scenarios. This will help ensure that your pricing logic is consistent throughout the entire transactional flow. Now that we understand what a price list is in general, let's walk through the steps of fully configuring and applying it to a price list item. So as we talked about, again, we've got 3 of the 4 components set up. So now we're going to go in and not only set up the discount list, but to show how when we have a discount list associated to a price list item, how that will affect when we're working with them within our opportunities. So you notice that we don't have any existing price list item or discount lists. And let's say we want to have a discount list for when we're actually offering our new tablet that we've just released. So I want to go ahead and do, so I want to create new. And I want to be able to have this as being volume discounts. So we're going to just call this volume discount. And when you're talking about as far as setting up these discount lists, or again, what a lot of people might actually term it as being price breaks, you'll notice that I can actually choose not only being a percent, but I can also be as being a certain amount. So I could have it, let's say for example, that with this new tablet, if they buy more than 2, they automatically get $50 off. If they buy, let's say 4 or more, they're going to get $75 off. Or I can simply have it where, as a percentage, if they buy, let's say between 2 and 5, they might get 20%, and so on. So we can actually do it not only by percent, but also by amount. We're going to go ahead for this example, and we're going to leave this as being percentage. Now, once I select OK, again, it's now going to open up my discount list form. And when we talk about as far as setting this up, you'll notice again I have my name, but the other most important thing that I need to be able to do is to give it a currency. Okay, so let's say on this one, I'm going to circle back and we'll set it up as far as with the currency in just a few minutes. But for right now, the other thing that we can also do is, again, once I have the name, then this is where under the common section, I'm now going to set up my price breaks. I'm now going to determine, okay, when are we going to offer that particular discount? So from here, you'll notice I can click on discounts, and I now actually have a list available to me. But like some of the other similar forms that we are using, that when I actually click on discounts, I have a new tab. And with that new tab, this is where I can click on Add New Discount. And then within this discount form, this is now where I'm going to establish what are the beginning and the end of when they're going to get this particular break. So as we talked about, if we're actually offering these new tablets, if they happen to buy one, well, they're not going to get anything. They're not going to have any kind of break. But if they buy two, and let's say it's anything between 2 and 4 tablets at the same time, we're going to offer them a 10% discount. Now, once I've done this, and again, I now want to set up different price breaks, then from here, again, without having to close out of the form and go back into it, I can just click on Save and New. And so if we have it, and this is again where we need to think about this logically, if the last end quantity was 4, well then the next price break that I want to start out with might be 5. And then again, what do I want to end it with? Well, let's say they come in and have it anywhere between 5 and 9 tablets all purchased at the same time. They get a 20% discount. And then let's say after 10, because the last one we had on here was 9, so again, we can even look at the form of what we've done, of where we stopped, or we started, where we've stopped, and where our breaks are. But let's say that if they have anything after 10 templates, or tablets, that anything after 10, we're going to give them an automatic 30% discount. So if I want to have an ending quantity of, regardless of what those amounts are, I can actually have a very high number in there to say anything from 10 to 9,999,999 They really like these new tablets. But again, I can then establish that they get a 30% discount. Okay, then I'm going to just do a save and close. So now I actually have my price break set up. I can see as far as my beginning, my endings, and then what kind of discount I'm going to offer. So now I have that set up. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to save and close this. So now the question is, what am I going to do with this volume discount? Well, again, it goes back to the volume discount doesn't get applied until we apply it against a price list item. So let's go back to our product catalog, and let's go to our products. And again, we're going to do this actually off of one of our laptop or our tablets. So just to be able to quickly find one of my tablets, I'm just going to do a filter, and I'm going to say where the product name contains tablet. All right, and let's say that our Fabricam tablet M200 is the newest one that we're offering this discount list on. So I'm going to go into my actual product form, and as we talked about, yet again, you'll notice on the product itself, I don't have anything for the discount list. But now when I go to my price list items, you'll see that I already have one set up for retail. And let's say that this is where I want to actually set up the discount. So I'm actually just going to open up that existing one that we have out there. Oops. And now, for this price that we have for my Fabricam tablet M200, when I'm selling it as retail, and I'm selling them one at a time, this is now where you'll see I can add my discount list. And so what we'll do, in fact, we're going to actually change the price so it makes it a little bit easier to be able to do the math on this. So again, if they buy one, it's going to cost $500. If they buy 2 to 4, it's going to be a discount that we're going to give them. So to kind of show you how this is going to work, again, I'm going to go through, I'm going to save my changes. I'm going to close out of the product, and we're actually just going to go into an existing opportunity to show how this would actually work. So go into my opportunities. All right, once I'm in my opportunities, you notice I actually have an opportunity out there that's interested in mobile devices. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open that up. And again, we're going to talk about this in a little bit more detail as to how to be able to associate these products with the opportunities, but just to kind of show you how this is going to work. Okay, going to go down, and I'm actually going to scroll down to my product line items. And from here, I'm going to set up my price list, and now I'm going to actually add a new product, or I'm going to add my Fabricam product to it. And again, it's our Fabricam tablet M200. Now, you'll see as soon as it loads, and because of the price list that I'm using here, and the product that I have in here, based on the unit, the price per unit is $500. Now, watch what happens though when I change that to I'm buying 2 of them. As soon as I go through and I buy 2 of them, you'll now see the price per unit didn't change, but if you look at my extended amount, we do the math, 2 times 500 should be 1,000, but again, we're giving them a 10% discount. Now, if I go in and let's say that they're purchasing 6 of them, again, as soon as it goes through, updates it, 6 times 500 should be 3,000, but you'll see it's only going to be at 2,400. So let's say though that we actually want to have this as being 500 of them. And you'll see as I tab over into my extended amount, well, I'm not going to do the math of 500 times 500, but you'll see that again, that maximum discount that we had set up is going to be that 30%. So again, when you have as far as working with our discount lists, within the discount lists themselves, as we talked about, the important thing is if you are going to have multiple discount lists and you're going to use them within the system, make sure that you coordinate it and plan it appropriately, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of configuring that's going to be necessary to make sure that we have the appropriate product, price lists, and discounts that are going to be associated so that when we are selling these products, they're going to get the appropriate prices that we've established.